Welcome to TSD, a platform where we think, speak, and discuss. My name is Sub-Saharan. Today's video is informed in part on my personal experience. I've been reflecting, and I realized that sharing my experiences is my way of holding hands with someone in our mutual journey of life. So today, I'll be talking in part on something that relates to things I've experienced personally. So 2 things you need to know about me. First of all, I'm an avid reader. I love to soak myself in knowledge. I love to find new information. I love to research. But what I realized is that with all the research, what do I do with it? I only get saturated. And so I need to empty myself so that I have space to acquire more knowledge. And that in part is why I do these videos. Secondly, I was diagnosed with uterine sarcoma in 2015. And I've asked myself, why has God allowed me to come this far? And then I realized it is for me to share so that, again, I can share my experiences, reach out my hands with somebody, make them aware so that we walk this mutual journey of cancer. And so today, I'm going to talk about some terms that I've come across in my own personal journey. It is not as if when you get a cancer diagnosis and when you're about to start a treatment plan, you get a menu of options on what it is that you can embark upon. So I discovered that there are basically 3 routes that one can take. One can take all or some. And these routes are, there's the standard of care treatment, there's the complementary treatment, and there's the alternative treatment. Standard of care treatment is what I've basically been talking about in past videos. And this includes your conventional treatment, such as chemotherapy, your radiotherapy, and of late, the newer kind of treatments, for instance, your immunotherapy. For those that are on breast cancer treatment, you may have come across Herceptin, which is an immunotherapy. A bit on the expensive side, but said to be one of the more effective treatment options. And then of course there's surgery to remove the tumors from whatever location they may be, if it is possible to do surgery. And then there's complementary therapy. So complementary therapy is normally the kind of treatment that one gets to try and offset probably side effects or pain that comes with having to live with cancer. So your complementary treatment could include your ginger. You could have your ginger, take your ginger tea. For instance, if you're going through chemotherapy and you're suffering nausea, you're vomiting, you have no appetite, ginger is just there to offset those side effects. And for instance, going through chemotherapy or even radiotherapy, you may have side effects, such as your neuropathy, your nerve pain, whether in the fingers, in the toes. You may find it quite difficult to walk, do your normal chores. You're feeling quite tired. You could have therapy, massage therapy. You could have the yoga, your meditation, your relaxation kind of techniques. These help you to deal with the side effects, of these particular conventional treatments. And so these are just some of the complementary medicines that are available. I'll be posting some literature, for you to read and get maybe up to speed with some of the various options that are available. And I'll post them. Just check the link to the description of this video. So there's also alternative medicine. So alternative medicine is medicine that is used instead of the conventional standard of care treatment. And alternative medicine is usually taken by patients without discussing with their doctors. And this is usually because they fear to be rebuked by the doctors, if they do disclose that they're taking alternative medicine. Why? Because alternative medicine is generally not accepted by the standard medical field. It is because it is said not to have undergone the rigorous tests, that other drugs go through standard medication. However, I'm here to vouch, not vouch, but to advocate for the need to embrace our indigenous knowledge systems. This is because way before we became aware of modern medicine, there have been ways, there have been methods that generations over and cutting across the globe, traditions the world over have been using to try and deal with some of the diseases that afflicted their societies. And some of these have helped. Maybe they may not have cured, but they've had some effects of alleviating pain, of prolonging life. And this is why I think we need to look into researching further into our indigenous knowledge systems and find ways, solutions that are homegrown. And so I call upon our national authorities, I call upon Ministry of Health and Childcare, I call upon Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe, and even the medical field, the medical practitioners, for them to come together, for them to come to the table to discuss so that there are homegrown solutions. For it is better for somebody to access something that they can afford, that alleviates the pain, the suffering that they're going through, that prolongs their life, than for them to just sit at home and do nothing. There are homegrown solutions that can be applied to cancer situation. There are things out there that work, and it is incumbent upon our authorities not burying their heads in the sand and pretending that everything is well, because no, not everything is well. Many of the modern cancer medicines are very expensive. People cannot afford them, and yet there are homegrown solutions that are available, that if researched into and approved by the medical authorities, patients can have something to fall back on. Because it is not just about profiting the big pharmaceutical industry, but it is about, at the end of the day, making sure that patients get healed, patients get cured, or patients' lives are prolonged. So let's have this discussion in our circles. And until next time, let's continue to think, speak, and discuss.